Why some seniors thrive after 75, and how you can be one of them. Have you ever seen an 85-year-old man still laughing out loud, walking every morning, recalling memories from 50 years ago, and wondered, how is he still so strong? Then you look at someone else, around the same age, but their hands tremble, eyes seem blank, memory fades, steps are slow, and they don't dare rise from a chair. Sometimes just one minor fall, and they never recover. Same age, but two completely different lives. And it's not luck. It's not good genes. It's because of 4 choices they made, or didn't make. After age 75, there are 4 key factors that decide whether you keep living as a grounded, vibrant self, or slowly withdraw from life without even realizing it. If you're reaching that age, or caring for someone who is, this video is for you. Don't leave this video, because part 3 reveals what causes 90% of older adults to lose themselves, and no one warns you soon enough. And if you're still going strong after 70, leave a comment saying, "Still going strong," because you're inspiring an entire generation. Follow the Elderly Health Journal, where we share real, practical insights, so you and your loved ones don't just live longer, but live with meaning. So what truly separates the vibrant from the fading? It begins not with big changes, but with daily choices repeated quietly over time. As people move past 75, many begin to believe it's only natural for everything to slow down. That struggling to walk, forgetfulness, insomnia, joint pain are just unavoidable parts of aging, and they accept it as fate, quietly letting go of hope. But the truth is different. It's not age that weakens you. It's the tiny daily choices, repeated quietly, year after year, that shape your real health. A cup of sweet tea instead of water. Sitting still instead of taking a short walk. A late night instead of resting early. Saying "I'm fine" instead of getting checked sooner. We don't choose the genes we're born with, but we do choose how we live with them. You don't have to be 40 or 50 again. You just have to be better than you were last week. Science shows the aging brain can still learn and build new connections. The body can still repair tissue, grow muscle, strengthen the heart, if cared for the right way. There's no deadline that says you can't start again. And that's what the still walking every morning people did differently. They didn't give up. They adapted. They held on to small daily habits that over time became their armor. This journey isn't about living forever. It's about making every year you live feel truly alive. In the next part, you'll uncover the first hidden cause behind why 1/3 of people over 75 pass away suddenly, even when they believed they were completely healthy. And among those quiet habits, none is more vital than how you treat your heart, the organ that whispers long before it ever cries for help. Most people think that when the heart has trouble, the body will sound the alarm. Sharp chest pain, shortness of breath, maybe even collapsing. But after age 75, the heart sends its warning in a very different way. It whispers. A brief wave of fatigue after a few steps, a little dizziness when standing up, a feeling of fullness after a normal meal. No one thinks it's the heart, so we ignore it. That's the trap. Because the heart doesn't age loudly. It ages in silence, as blood vessels stiffen, as fat silently coats the artery walls, as each beat grows weary without anyone noticing. Many people only find out when it's too late, when sudden chest pain strikes without warning, or a stroke steals their voice and memories. But you don't have to sit and wait for that moment. a routine blood pressure check, a cholesterol test, an honest talk with your doctor when something feels off, and more than anything, how you care for your heart, day by day. You can start by swapping sugary breakfasts for a bowl of oats and berries. You can choose to take a walk after dinner instead of sitting right down. You can learn to read food labels and stay away from processed meals. Each of these small changes, seemingly simple, is how you stitch your heart back together, thread by thread. Your heart has been working non-stop for decades. It doesn't ask for much, just that you listen to its whispers before it has to scream. Next, we'll explore an even quieter threat, the fading of memory, when you still remember who you are, but begin to forget what truly matters. But even more silent than the heart is the mind, where fading memories can begin gently, yet steal years if left unnoticed and uncared for. Have you ever forgotten the name of someone dear and brushed it off, saying, "Must be old age"? But deep down, you felt scared. Scared that one day you might not recognize your own grandchildren. Scared that your memories would fade like an old photo left too long in your wallet. No one ever teaches us how to face that. Cognitive decline doesn't come like a storm. It arrives like fog. At first, it's just a few details remembered wrong, a meeting you forget, a familiar recipe you fumble through. Then you begin to doubt yourself and feel confused, alone. But here's what you must remember. Memory may blur, but who you are remains. Science has proven the brain can be trained like a muscle. Social connection, reading, learning something new, playing brain games, they're like vitamins for your mind. Nutrition plays a powerful role. Salmon, walnuts, leafy greens, olive oil. These are quiet friends fighting off Alzheimer's. And above all, love. Warm conversations, hugs, laughter. These emotional currents awaken the parts of memory that once felt lost. You don't need to defeat age. You just need not to surrender. Each morning, gently remind yourself, I am still here. I am still me. And I choose to live fully, even if memory may sometimes forget. In the next part, we'll touch on one of the most common but most underestimated causes of decline. Those seemingly harmless falls that can change everything. But memory is not the only thing that fades quietly. For many, one misstep is all it takes to turn daily life into a long and painful recovery. There are moments that last only a few seconds, but they can split a life in two. A stumble in the hallway, a slip in the bathroom, a missed step on a familiar staircase. A fall isn't just a loss of balance, it's a loss of confidence. It's going from being independent to needing help. From an ordinary day to weeks in a hospital, medication, rehab. Sounds serious? That's because it is. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 people over age 65 falls each year. And one fall isn't just a broken bone. It can start a cascade of consequences. Muscle loss, depression, social isolation, even memory decline. But here's the important part. Most falls can be prevented. Start with your home, the place that's supposed to be the safest. Remove slippery rugs and loose cords across the floor. Install grab bars in bathrooms along stairways. Ensure lighting is bright enough, especially in night hallways. Wear shoes that fit well and have non-slip soles. And don't forget, your body is your first home. Practice standing on one foot while brushing your teeth. Join a gentle Tai Chi or yoga class. Walk for 15 minutes each morning to wake up your legs and reflexes. You don't need to feel like you're 40 again. You just need to stand strong today, so you can keep walking tomorrow. And in the next part, we'll explore a silent threat, often mistaken for a simple cold, but one that can push even a healthy body into crisis: chronic inflammation. And sometimes what breaks us is not a fall, but a fire within inflammation that burns slowly, yet silently, weakens everything we thought was strong. No pain, no fever, no wounds. Yet something is quietly burning you from the inside. That's chronic inflammation, the hidden force behind many serious conditions in people over 75. Heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer, they all share one thing in common: an immune system out of rhythm, mistaking friend for foe, and slowly turning against its own body. Inflammation isn't always loud. It can stem from a diet full of fried food and refined sugar, from restless sleep, from unspoken worries, from not drinking enough water, not moving enough, not letting your body truly rest. And slowly, the blood vessels get damaged. The brain slows down, skin grows dull, joints ache. You feel like you're aging faster, even when nothing obvious seems wrong. So how do you put out that slow-burning fire? Through small things, with mighty power. Eat more leafy greens, fatty fish like salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts. Cut back processed foods and hidden sugars in snacks. Drink enough water, at least 1.5 liters a day, to help your body flush out toxins. Sleep deeply and regularly, because sleep is nature's anti-inflammatory medicine. And most of all, let your mind be at peace. Just 10 minutes of morning meditation, a soft tune, a phone call to an old friend can lower stress, reduce cortisol, and yes, reduce inflammation. Your body doesn't ask for perfection. It simply needs love, attention, and the right kind of nourishment. And in the next part, we'll wrap up this journey with one powerful truth. Old age isn't the end. It's the most courageous chapter of your life. But chronic inflammation is not alone. It dances with the heart. The brain, your balance, all forming a circle where one weak link weakens them all. Heart, brain, balance, and chronic inflammation. They may sound like four separate problems, but in truth, they're connected like a symphony, where one wrong note can throw the entire orchestra off track. A tiny glitch in the heart can reduce oxygen to the brain. A foggy brain makes it easier to lose balance. And when you begin to avoid movement, chronic inflammation quietly takes root. The less you move, the more inflammation builds. And inflammation circles back to damage the heart and brain. A dangerous loop, yet one that's easy to overlook. But here's the miracle. All it takes is touching just one part of that loop, and your entire body listens and responds, like a switch that lights up the whole system. When you choose a breakfast of oats and berries, the heart is nourished, the brain is protected, inflammation is soothed. When you spend 15 minutes on a gentle walk, your circulation improves, your nervous system wakes up, your joints come alive. When you laugh with a friend or call someone you haven't spoken to in a while, your memory, emotions, and immune system all rise with you. You don't have to do everything in one day, just one small thing, repeated, intentionally. After 75, health isn't about grand resolutions. It's about a series of quiet, loving actions. A cup of green tea instead of soda. An afternoon in the sun instead of staying indoors. A single page of a book instead of an endless screen. Your body isn't barren. It's simply waiting to be watered again with patience and tenderness. Pick one pillar, any one, and start from there. Because when you support one part, the entire system begins to heal. Because in this body, everything is connected. And to reconnect with life, sometimes, all you need is to listen to yourself first. We just talked about the key to thriving after 75. But how do you know if you're truly holding that key in your hands? The answer lies in 7 early signs. Ignore them, and one by one, your 4 pillars of health may begin to crumble. You know, most major changes in senior health don't begin with sharp pain or sudden collapse. They often arrive like gentle knocks at the door. And if you don't listen, if you brush them off as just part of getting old, those tiny signals can quietly open the door to rapid decline in all 4 key pillars: heart health, cognition, balance, and immunity. Here are 7 early knocks you truly need to hear. You feel unusually tired when walking, or short of breath after just a few stairs. That's not just fatigue. That's your heart calling for help. You start forgetting small daily details, but you laugh it off. Don't. Tell your doctor. Waiting could cost you years of precious memory. You feel lightheaded when standing up in the morning. It might be low blood pressure or dehydration, but it could also be the first step toward a dangerous fall. You're eating less, for no clear reason. When nutrition weakens, every system in your body begins to lose strength. You go out less. You call people less. And you start to feel lonely. Loneliness isn't just sad. It's a silent toxin, weakening both mind and immunity. You don't sleep well. You wake up often at night. Poor sleep increases inflammation, clouds memory, and stirs up emotional imbalance. You think, I'm old, this is normal. That's the most dangerous sign of all, because once you give up, the body starts giving in. Those who stay healthy after 75 don't avoid every sign. They're simply the ones who notice early and act early. Because one small choice today can change everything tomorrow. These quiet signs are not the end, but the invitation, because aging fast is not fate. It is often just missed chances waiting to be reclaimed. Many people only begin to change when it feels too late. When the heart stops warning and starts breaking down. When memory slips into long, unfillable blanks. When a harmless-looking fall leads to weeks in bed. Or when a simple cough becomes a hospital stay, with no way back. So the scariest question isn't, do I have symptoms? It's, do I still have time? And the honest, clear answer is, yes, you still do. Because what makes the difference after 75 isn't magic. It's awareness and action taken in time. The moment you begin listening to your body. The moment you choose to add greens to your plate. Take a walk in the morning. Call your doctor just because something feels a little off. That's when you begin stepping off the downhill slope of aging. Science calls this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and rebuild, the heart's ability to recover after tiny injuries, the way the body restores lost muscle from just a few simple movements each day. You don't need to reverse time. You only need to stop drifting passively through it. Starting today, you can change the way you age, not with perfection, but with small, steady decisions. And above all, with the belief that your body hasn't given up on you, as long as you don't give up on yourself. That first step back to yourself may feel small, but it is the spark, because the next chapter of aging is not decline, it is rediscovery. There's a truth we all know, but rarely face. Everyone ages, but not everyone ages the same way. Some grow old in the light, still reading, still gardening, still hugging their grandchildren each afternoon. Others fade like shadows, quietly withdrawing from the life they once lived so brightly. Why is that? It's not because one is lucky and the other is not. It's because one chooses to keep the flame alive, while the other lets it slowly die out. You see, a weak heart can still beat strong if it's nourished the right way. A fading memory can still be stirred through love and connection. Shaky legs can still stand tall with just a few daily exercises, and the immune system, even when worn down, can recover if cared for patiently day by day. Hope isn't some vague idea. It's born from knowledge and action, from the courage to slow down and listen to the smallest signals from your body, from changing habits you once thought were harmless, and from refusing to believe it's too late for me to begin. 75 is not the end of the story. It's the prologue to a new chapter, one that's deeper, softer, and more meaningful. You still have time, not to live as you once did, but to truly live, to feel each moment through a present, beating heart, a cared-for body, and a love that never stopped waiting for you to come back. And if you made it here, you have already chosen light over fear, action over silence, and a life that still holds meaning with every single breath. If you've stayed with me all the way to this moment, it means one thing. You care about your health, and you believe you deserve to live better. Not just longer, but with more quality, connection, and meaning. And I want you to know, that belief alone places you in the rare 1% who haven't let go of hope. This video isn't here to scare you with statistics or make you feel small in the face of risks. It's a reminder that you have the right to know and the power to choose. Beyond the numbers, you're still a living, breathing soul with feelings, with dreams. The dream to hug your grandchild more often, to witness one more spring, to savor each day as a gift. If you saw yourself in any part of what we've shared, even just a little, don't stay silent. Share this video with someone you care about. Leave a comment saying, "I'm still going strong," as a promise to yourself. And follow this channel for more gentle, practical insights that could shift the way you see aging. Because life after 75 doesn't have to be a fading sunset. It can be the most radiant harvest of all, if you choose to live it mindfully every single day.